Hello, it's Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm cleaning my guitar because I've got a bunch of new Martin accessories and guitar care products that they've sent me to check out, and I wanted to share some of those with you here. We took a look at some other Martin accessories a few weeks ago, guitar strap and some cables and picks, but there are also some great guitar care products that Martin is offering as part of its accessories line. And what I've got here, first up, is a really nice microfiber guitar polishing cloth. Very nice and soft, won't scratch your instrument, and just a very high quality microfiber cloth. And I want to say, legendary Martin guitar polish. Martin's offered a version of this for decades. I've used all kinds of different bottles and packages over the years. This is what they're currently making, and it's a very cool little spray bottle. It has a little safety latch mechanism in here that I really like because it means it won't accidentally spill. It's a kind of polish that's safe for most finishes, and having a little spray action is really nice because you can spray it on your cloth and then apply it to your instrument. I always tell people it's best to spray on the cloth, not directly on the instrument, just in case you do get a little too much or you spill a little bit or something like that. And works really nice. Definitely like to use this every now and then to clean up and polish my instrument. You can use it on the body, the neck, kind of really everything, and it just leaves a nice shine. So that is the Martin polish. Whether your guitar is a Martin or not, of course, it's very useful for all types of guitar finishes, as is the Martin microfiber cloth. There are some other very useful products that Martin's offering now. There's a beautiful string winder. We've all used the little flimsy string winders that they usually have in a jar at the music store for a couple of bucks. I find that it's worth to invest into a nicer string winder for most players. And this is a really good one. Really rests nicely in the hand, nice smooth action, and will fit right over most tuners. These ones are Waverleys. Just a really nice string action. Makes it very fast to change strings. And so definitely a very nice design, the Martin string winder. Now, speaking of changing strings, we've all struggled with getting bridge pins out of the guitar. Often they come out nice. Every now and then you get one that's really stuck. Usually they pop right out. You can just grab them with your fingers and they'll come out. But every now and then you get one that's really stuck. And I've had to use needle nose pliers or my string cutters. Someone taught me a trick a long time ago to use a quarter or a coin to reach in from the inside of the sound hole and push up from the inside, which can really work, but you have to have all the strings loose to reach in there, and it's not the kind of thing to do quickly. So Martin's come out with this really cool little bridge pin puller, and I think this is a really genius tool that it just slides right over the bridge pin, and it gives you a great big handle to pull right up. I'm using my thumb as a little leverage here. Just pull that string, pull that bridge pin right back up, and it's super elegant. It doesn't scratch your bridge, and it won't have the bridge pin flying all over the place. So very cool little tool, and I think I'm just going to keep this in my gig bag for those times when you're at a gig and you change a string quickly and you can't get that pin loose, or someone else. This could make you lots of friends by lending this to the right person at the right time. Okay, so finally, the last major tool you need for changing strings are some nice string clippers. And of course, you can pick some up at the hardware store, but these ones are just really nice. They're very compact. They're very hardened steel, and they're not too long, and they just work really beautiful. I don't have a whole new set of strings on here, but I'm just going to show you by clipping off the rest of the string that I have on here. Just pops it right off. Really easy. Doesn't take a lot of pressure even on this low string. I think there's a 58 on here, and so very nice of Martin to offer these string clippers. Nice rubber grip on there. Really fits nicely in your hand. And you might not think that it makes a difference what kind of string clippers you use or what kind of string winder you use. I always find that having quality tools for this kind of stuff really makes it a lot more enjoyable to maintain your guitar, change your strings. Might just be a few more dollars than the cheapest sets you can find at the hardware store, but just works so well, fits nicely in your hand, and will give you years of joy to use. So the final accessory I want to show you is this really cool string action gauge that Martin's offering. It's about the size of a credit card. It's made out of metal, and it is sort of like a super ruler for use on guitars. The main purpose is to check your action height, and you can see it here both in metric and in standard increments here. And what you do is you hold it right here over the 12th fret or so, and it will just exactly show you where your action is at. And this is a very useful tool, not only if you're adjusting your own action, in which case you just might know exactly what measurements you like. It's also a great tool to have if, let's say, you have multiple guitars and one of them, the action is just right, and you want to communicate to your guitar tech, to your luthier, how you want your other one set up. You can use this and, look at what the action is on a certain guitar and have them duplicate that on there. And whether you use it in standard or in metric, it's just very handy. Usually you would measure the 12th fret to see what the height is right there. But of course, you can also use it to measure the height in different places, and sometimes depending on the relief in your neck, those measurements can also be important. And it can be a great tool, gives you the right language and measurements to communicate to someone who might be working on your guitar if you're not doing the work yourself. The other side of this sort of has multiple types of rulers on there in different increments, and you can use it to measure the width of a nut. Let's say you're looking at a guitar somewhere and you're not sure what it is. You can use it there, of course. Measurements at the saddle are also something that you measure a lot. Just a very useful tool to have in your guitar case or in your gig bag or your home care kit. I've had a version of this for a long time and used it many times. It's just one of those little tools that just really comes in handy. You can also, because it's a little mini ruler, you can use it to see if you have high frets on your guitar in certain areas. If it rocks between 3 frets, then you know that the one in the middle is a high fret. So all kinds of uses for this really slick little action gauge that Martin's offering as part of its accessories. Okay, so all these accessories are just super useful, whether it's the polish, the polishing cloth, the bridge pin puller, string winder, string clippers, or the action height gauge. They're all available on Martin's website under their accessories section. And of course, most Martin dealers also like it to have them in stock. So definitely check them out. And if you haven't seen my other video with the other Martin accessories that include their leather strap and some high-end picks and great cable and some other things, definitely check that out. And we hope to see you back here on Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos very soon. My name is Teja Gerken. If you are seeing this on YouTube, consider coming over to pegheadnation.com for not just our gear demos, but also all of our lessons, not just for guitars, but mandolins, banjos, fiddles, dobros, you name it. We've got most of the stringed and fretted instruments covered. See you very soon. My name is Teja Gerken.